Hi, my name's Debbie and welcome to Open Mind Tarot. I'm going to share with you today a short reading in the hope that you can find some truth in it for the situation that you are experiencing at the moment. This is my first video that I've uploaded onto YouTube, so bear with me. I'm slightly nervous, but you know, you've got to start somewhere. I've been reading tarot for probably about 3 years now, largely just for myself, friends, family, and I just thought it was about time that I kind of took the first step and just shared my readings with the wider population. So here we go. I'm just going to shuffle the cards. I'm using Witches Tarot today, and they are by Helen Deegan. Okay, so I'll be shuffling while I'm on camera, and you'll just have to bear with me while I do that. So, Divine Source, Angels, Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective today? What do we all need to know? Advice and guidance for the 23rd of January 2020. Actually, is it the 24th? I think it's the 24th. Anyway, it's the new moon in Aquarius today. I do know that, and that's the first new moon of the decade. Feels really weird saying 2020. 2020 vision. Let's hope that we will find what we're looking for this year, or at least gain some clarity on what we want to see in our lives as we move forward into the age of Aquarius. Right, so what I like to do is I just like to shuffle and let the cards fall. So I might just go quiet for a few seconds. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? For our highest good and the highest greatest good of all. Oops, got 2 cards have fallen there and another 2, so we'll take them all. Right, and the card on the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Wands. There we go. And I think we'll start with that card actually, the 2 of Wands. So on this image and this deck, it's pretty standard as to what you would see in any traditional tarot deck. You've got a guy kind of overlooking a balcony and he's contemplating. So he's got a couple of wands there. Now the suit of wands represents fire energy, so it's kind of it's action, it's movement, it's a male energy, it's a kind of pushing forward with things, what it is that you want to actually do, what's your passion, what is it that's going to kind of fill you up with your heart's desire kind of thing. Like I say, it's an action card, so it's how you're moving forward in the world. It's about movement, the suit of wands. So this guy's kind of leaning over a balcony, and he's got the wands in his hand, and they've both got growth on there. I don't know if you can see that. They've both got some growth. So there is a couple of options, and the way it is in this card and in the traditional tarot as well, it's kind of forming a portal, the 2 wands. So it's about to step into something. So it's about what you want to step into, what you want to move forward, what path you want to take. And because it's a 2, it's a choice there. He's got his cat there sat with him as well. I don't know if you can see that. He's sat on the wall as well. So who is it that you want to take with you? Cats are very independent as well. So is it something that you want to do on your own, or is it something that you want to do with other people? Is it something that you want to move forward in a solo sense, or is it something that you want the comfort of having somebody by your side? So there might be some decisions. You've got the globe there. I don't know if you can see it. The light shine on it there. So basically, you know, it's kind of having the world in your hands, and it's reaching a point of action. And yes, I'm going to do something. I've got a couple of options. Which one is it that I want to really move forward with and step into? So you've kind of done a lot of thinking. You've got some passions. You want to move forward with them. So that's the underlying energy there on the bottom of the deck. Next, we've got the Queen of Wands. Now that's another fire card. So it's another fire energy. And in the tarot, you've got the page as the sort of the rookie, the novice in the suit. And then you've got the knight. He's kind of gained a little bit of experience and wisdom, but he hasn't kind of mastered the element. And then you've got the queen, and then you've got the king. So this is the feminine energy of action. So like I said, the fire cards are all about action. And because it's the feminine, it's kind of, it's something that you want to really nurture. And she's chosen a wand there. So like I said, we started off with the 2 of Wands there. And then we've got here the Queen of Wands. So there is something that you have mastered, and it is close to your heart. You feel comfortable with it. You feel at home with it. You feel passionate about it. It's something you feel content with and in control of, and it's something that you feel at ease with. So because she's the queen, she feels at ease with her passions. She's not worrying about the little nuances. It's something that she's comfortable with. Takes no prisoners, the Queen of Wands. She's feisty, she's fire. So I guess it's about using that fire to push yourself forward. So next to the Queen of Wands, we've got another queen, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles have come out together here. So the Queen of Pentacles, again, it's where you've reached the stage where you've mastered that element, and it's something that you're ready to really nurture. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is earth. It represents earth. And basically this means sort of tangible things in the real world, your money, your work, your possessions, your physical worth in this lifetime. So it's the tangible stuff that you're going to be leaving behind. That's what you're building, and that's what kind of come to earth to do, to create. It's very creative energy, this, as is the Queen of Wands, both very creative. So whatever this is talking about here, whatever it is that you want to step into with the 2 of Wands, the portal that you want to go into, it's going to bring you passion. So it's going to fulfill your sort of your inner passions, your inner fire. So it's going to give you that sense of drive and enthusiasm to keep pushing forward. And it's also going to give you material gain. So the Queen of Pentacles is she's very financially secure. She has a house in order. She's got everything that she needs to have a sort of comfortable life. In this picture here, we've got her sat on her throne. She's got a dog there. Don't know if you can see that. So, you know, she feels really at home in a neighborhood, in her environment, in her friendships, because the pentacles actually represent people as well, because obviously it's everything of the earth. So we're here on this earth in human bodies, so it represents people in the body as well. So this represents the feeling of being sort of healthy and comfortable and having everything you need on a sort of day-to-day basis. So I guess that's what we strive for in life, isn't it? It's to have something that kind of really gives us that inner fire and that passion, and at the same time produces all of the day-to-day things that we need just to get through the existence in earth. So they're two lovely cards to have together. Next we have the 7. Does that say the 7? Yeah, the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. So this is a lot of action here. So bearing in mind that Wands are the action suit. They're the suit of fire, and it's a suit of doing and going for it, and you know, just action really. So this guy here is kind of like he's fighting off some other ones, and what it usually in the Rider-Waite traditional deck would mean would be that this guy has got kind of a lot going on, but all of the things that are going on in his life, all of the busyness, he's kind of taken a higher ground. He's standing on a higher ground, and he's defending his passion, and that's what this indicates here. He's not really, it doesn't really look like he's standing so much on higher ground here, but he is being kind of challenged here by other things, other people, other passions. So it might be that whatever it is that you want to do is going to have to kind of fit in, because look, he's got his wand right in the middle there. It's going to have to kind of fit in amongst other people's passions and priorities. So these wands are belonging to other people. He's only got the one wand. He's chosen his passion. He wants to go forward with it. He's taken action. He's moving forward. But there's some challenges there from other people, and it's a case of him having to say, no, this is what I'm doing. I'm standing by my choice. I've made my choice. I'm standing by it. I'm moving forward to it. Look, it's got loads of growth on it. So whatever it is, it's the right thing for me, and it's just going to have to push through. Whatever the other challenges are, whatever the other demands are, it's just going to have to push through, and it's just going to have to find its way and break through the obstacles that are in its way. So obviously with those other ones there, those are ones belonging to other people who they're equally passionate, you know, they're equally passionate about what their needs are. But as you can see, that is a huge wand he is carrying there, and it does have lots of growth and lots of potential. So it's a case of whatever this is that you're stepping into here with the Two of Wands, you're entering this portal, you've decided to move forward, you've made your decision, and you know that this passion, it's going to give you that kind of heartfelt fulfillment of your desires with the Queen of Wands, and it's also going to give you all of that material stability and material comfort and wellness that you're looking for. And lastly, we've got another 7 here, and that's the 7 of Cups. Now the 7 of Cups traditionally is about, again, choices, but it's having a lot of things that you have an emotional attachment to, because wands are fire, pentacles are earth, and cups are water. So when you've got water, it's to do with how you feel. It's about your feels. It's about your emotions. It's about your intuition. So it's connecting with your higher self and what you kind of know to be true. So rather than what you rationalize and think, logically, it's not about that. It's not about the head. It's about the heart. So this guy here, he's got the cups behind him, and there's various things in the cups, and it looks to me like he's kind of just saying stop. He's got his hand up there. Yeah. Now there's all different things in these cups, and they're behind him, which makes me feel like he's done all of the soul searching. He's done all of the, which way is it? It's all confusion. This is all confusion behind him. So there's been a time where he's been confused. And because it's next to the Seven of Wands, to me, it's like you've had a time of confusion. You've had a time of having a lot of things that you feel drawn to, a lot of things that, that make your heart sing, whatever. There's different options that give you kind of emotional fulfillment. But you've chose your one to go forward with. So to me, it's like he's kind of got the cups behind him. He's had all of the time of indecision and, lots of things that, he was interested in, lots of things that gave him a feeling of satisfaction and enjoyment. But he's kind of saying, no more. I'm not going to kind of ponder over it anymore. I'm not going to kind of try to feel my way through this is like Neptunian energy. This is like the kind of wishy-washy, dreamy, should I do this, should I do that? He's been there and he's done that, and it's behind him, and he's saying, no more. That's it. I've had enough. I'm going forward. Okay. So, which is this card here, which is the underlying energy, which is stepping forward into something, the decision to step through those wands, through that portal has been made. Okay. So it's definitely the start of something new here. And with the new moon in Aquarius, first new moon of the decade, it's a brilliant time to step into something. So if you are at that stage where you've done all of the kind of musing over this, that and the other thing, and you've had lots of kind of ideas coming to you, lots of options, you've probably done a lot in the past that you felt connected to on kind of a spiritual level, and it's a case now of just saying, okay, I do have all of these options, I do have all of these strings to my bow kind of thing. However, if I want to move forward and take the action, I'm going to have to stop all of the dreaming, stop all of the... Obviously, there's the kind of I'll go with the flow attitude, which is something that I'm massively guilty of. I don't know if you can say guilty, because I think it's a good thing, really. But there is a time where the dreaming and the manifesting and everything actually needs to have some kind of action. And I think that's what's the message here today. So I'm just going to take an oracle card, I think I'm going to go with this deck here, which is a Doreen Virtue deck. And this was actually one of my first decks. I think it was actually my second. So before I actually bought any tarot cards, I bought a couple of oracle decks, Doreen Virtue, which at the time were very popular. And I don't know if you know anything about Doreen Virtue, but she had a kind of, she had a sort of change of path, if you like. And she decided after having a lot of years working with tarot and oracle cards that it was perhaps not where she wanted to be anymore. However, I still do find that these cards, I don't know if it's because it's the first decks that I got, but they always give really clear messages. So this deck is called Magical Messages from the Fairies. So I'm just going to focus in a little bit, and while I'm shuffling I might go quiet, but just bear with me. What else do we need to know? Magical fairies, angels of the earth, plane of nature. What else do we need to know? For our highest good and the highest greatest good of all. What else do we need to know about these messages? Another thing I'm thinking when I'm looking at these cards, there we go, there's the card, is that we've got 2 sevens, and 7 is about being in your truth. So whatever it is that you're moving forward with is something that really speaks to you and who you are, and it might be something that you wouldn't normally put out there, but it's time to kind of make that step and push forward with it. Right, so the card that came out there is birthday. There you go, I don't know if you can see that. And it says, a significant birthday holds the answer to your question. So that might be relevant for some of you out there. So a significant birthday holds the answer to your question. So whatever it is you've been asking, the answer is around birthday. Now, my birthday is May time, which is springtime. So for me, that would indicate that there's going to be developments or further developments or things really taken off in the springtime. But you've got the snowdrops there as well. So that might be significant for some of you. But whatever it is, it's a cause to celebrate. So wherever this is going, there is going to be celebration there. And there's rewards, you know, with your birthday you get rewards, don't you? Just for being here for another year. Everybody's focusing on you. So it's your time, it's your special time. So this, I think, is indicating as well that this, what you're doing, is very much about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about what's kind of really unique to you, what's in your heart and soul and what you bring to the world. And it's very much about who you are as an individual and celebrating that. And like this card here, you've got kind of opposition here. But it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's about you and what makes your heart sing and what fulfills you and what puts fire in your belly and what just gives you that inner peace and that contentedness. And it could be like, it could be something that you've had, you know, from childhood, or just something that satisfies that inner child. And when I say that, I mean, Like if nothing else was an issue in your life, if you could just sort of do whatever it is that just kind of makes you happy in the moment, which is very much how children are. If you could do that, what would that be? You know what I mean? So what gives you that moment to moment peace of just being content and happy in the moment? And obviously that's like the ultimate, isn't it? That's what everybody's searching for, isn't it? It's like, it's to do something that is work but isn't work. It's something that, you know, it's something that you want to move forward with in your life and feel valued, and that gives you value, but it's not something that goes against the grain. It's something that completely satisfies every part of who you are, which is very much how children are. They just want to feel good all of the time, don't they? So they're not bothered what they do as long as it's making them feel good. And I think that's the message, yeah. And celebrating who you are, celebrating that uniqueness, just for the very fact that you're you. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, just go for what it is that gives you that absolute joy and that absolute fulfillment. Now, on the bottom of the deck there, what have we got? We've got autumn. So that might be significant for some of you there. Autumn. So this says, in the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. So there you go. So you've got like it's like the Queen of Pentacles there. It's like basically having everything that you want in the material world, and in a sense of kind of being safe and comfortable, feeling well, nurturing yourself, being able to nurture yourself, being able to nurture others. So that might be significant for some of you as well. So, you know, what are we now? We're January, we're the start of the year. So by September, so by the time the summer's kind of coming to a close, in the Northern Hemisphere anyway, by sort of September time, there is going to be, you know, there's going to have been reasons to celebrate. I think the reasons to celebrate will have been, and it's just about actually being you, being yourself, celebrating yourself, valuing yourself, just being really, really authentic, and just doing the things that are completely in line with who you are. And when it comes to sort of autumn time, there's just going to be that real feeling of, I don't know what you think, but I feel that card feels really warm and cozy, and just like you're going to have everything you need, just like being wrapped in a lovely warm blanket, and, you know, with a full belly, and, you know, something nice on the TV or music or whatever, and just feeling really cozy, content, having all that you need to feel really just content in the world, and not any sense of lack. So I'm just going to pull one more card, and this was actually the first deck that I ever got. Like I said, it's not a tarot pack, it's another oracle pack, and it's Archangel Michael. And I think quite a lot of people to some degree believe in angels, but Archangel Michael, I would say, is kind of like the gaffer, if you like. He's the top dog of all the angels and the archangels. So he's like the main man, I think. So it's like, if you're going to ask the angels, ask Archangel Michael, because, I don't know, I think they always do deliver whenever you ask for any kind of help or intervention. They need that invitation, and they need you to ask, basically, if there's something that you need extra help or that you're struggling with. And just remember to say thank you. So let's have a look. What does Archangel Michael say? do we need to know? What else do we need to know for our highest good and the highest, greatest good of all? I'm hoping to do these readings as dailies. This is the first video, like I said, so that's my intention anyway. Archangel Michael, what else do we need to know? There it is. Oh, it's lovely. It says, this situation is already resolved. Sorry about the light on there, I don't know if you can see that very well. So there's a little prayer on there, and it says, I give any worries, cares and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this. And then if you want to sort of, say what the situation is in a divine, perfect way. So this situation's already resolved. So if there is something that you've been asking about, something that you've been asking for help with, bit of guidance with, then know that your thoughts and your prayers they've been noted and the action's already been taken, and it's about believing that really. So it's about understanding that although you might not see the exact results yet, it's all to do with sort of divine timing, and you'll see the right results at the right time when you're supposed to. So know that things are being done behind the scenes to make things easier for you to answer the prayers that you've been putting out there. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got, you created the situation and you have the power to change it. And you've got somebody there who's actually painting a picture. I don't know if you can see that. So, and the prayer at the bottom there, all of these cards have a little prayer on the bottom. It says, thank you for letting me lean on your strength and for reminding me of my personal power. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. So that there is about manifesting and creating, and it's kind of like a two-way thing. Like, so yes, we do create the reality that we see around us. Just basically the law of attraction, it's a very simple law of what you put out you get back. But that's not to say that, you've created, I don't know, mayhem and horrendous things that are going on around you purposefully or anything like that. It's really just about your vibration and how you are as an individual within your surroundings and environment in the world, and it's about the perspective that you take. So if you choose to kind of I don't know, if you choose to partake in sort of a lot of kind of negative talk and drama and moaning and groaning and kind of just persisting on the negative side of things, that's really a choice. It's a perspective. So if you kind of like, if that's where your focus is and you're putting that out there on a daily basis, probably not consciously, probably more, a lot of the time it's just habit and it's the way we are, and it's not something we've really given thought to sometimes, is the way that we think and the way that we speak, and if you're not conscious of it, you're not conscious of it, but that's not to say that you shouldn't become conscious of it. So basically this is kind of like a little bit of a wake-up call. So it's like saying that your everyday situations that you have going on at the moment are a reflection of kind of the place that you've been at. So that can change just, you have the power. It's reminding you on here that you have the power to change that. You have the power to think what you think. You have the power to use the words that you want to use. And a huge part of it is not just the thoughts and the words, it's the feelings. So you can be saying all the right things, and you can be using affirmations and, you know, putting things in a really positive slant as much as you possibly can. But then if you've got all of these kind of underlying anxieties and worries and internal stuff going on that doesn't match what you're putting out verbally, it doesn't match the things that you're saying, it doesn't match, you know, like the affirmations that you're trying to put into your head. You know, you might catch yourself thinking something a little bit along negative lines and then kind of change it. But if you're like most of the day, 95% of the time, feeling worried or anxious or angry, or, you know what I mean, that's a mismatch. So you have that power to create. And I think probably the hardest part is to kind of be happy in the right now, because we always seem to be kind of looking at the future, and a lot of these cards are about looking at the future. And, you know, we're talking about autumn, we're talking about going forward and all of that, but to bring about the things that you want going forward, you have to just kind of acknowledge that you are where you are now, and there's things in your every moment and in your every day that you can be grateful for and you can give thanks for. And, you know, very basic things, you know, if you've got running water in your tap, if you've got a fridge that works, if you've got a washing machine that works, if you've spoke to a couple of people today, you've got people in your life that, you know, you can share times with, if you've had a giggle, if, you know, there's loads of things that we take for granted every single day. And if we can focus on those things and be grateful, that feeling of gratitude and of love for the people that we've got around us that we love, that really overrides all of the negative stuff, all of the dramas, all of the worry, all of the fear, all of the anger or dissatisfaction. The love and the gratitude will definitely, it's a higher vibration, it's a higher frequency, it'll overpower the negative stuff. So the more times you can kind of come back to the gratitude stuff, then the better that you're able to sort of create, because you can put all of your ideas and your wants and your desires out there, but you have to then try and be at a vibration that's going to be matching the things that you're going for. So yeah, you created this situation and you have the power to change it, and that's what that's all about. It's literally about, like, the brushes in your hand to paint the picture that you want. And he's got his top off there, he's open, he's vulnerable, he is just happy in the moment, and he doesn't need a lot, you know, he doesn't need a lot to make him happy. And I think that's what we forget. We don't need a lot to be happy, and the things that we're going for, what are we going for them for? What is it that we want them to bring about? What's the feeling that we want to feel? And usually it's just a sense of peace and a sense of just contentment. And if you've got something in you now, you know, celebrate that you've got something to be thankful for, something to be grateful for, somebody to love. Right, now I'm going to take one more card, which is, these are the Teachings of Abraham Wellbeing cards. So I don't know if I would imagine a lot of you are aware of Abraham, the teachings of Abraham, Esther and Jerry Hicks. There's loads and loads of videos on YouTube about the law of attraction, which is basically what they do a brilliant job of teaching. So I'm just going to give these cards a shuffle and see what the message is there. Divine source, angel, spirit. What is the overall message here? What does it really need to know? What does it really need to know? There it is. Oh, easy. There we go. That's exactly what I was just saying there. I don't know if you can see that. It says, I look for positive aspects in every experience. So that's what I was just saying before. It's about being happy in the now, and there's always something to be grateful for. Even if it's the tiniest thing, focus on that. So don't focus on what you haven't got and what you haven't achieved and, you know, all the things that kind of bring you down. It's just pointless. If you want to move forward, you need to just shift your focus. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, everyone might be saying, yeah, it's not that simple, but actually it is. You just need to shift your focus, think about all the things that you're grateful for, all the positive things in your life, the people that are in your life who, you know, just bring so much to your life. That's what's important, because that's your inner peace. That's the thing that we're always striving for anyway. And it's got something on the back of the card here. It says, within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted and lack of it. By looking for the positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you maintain your connection to well-being. So I'll just read that again. Okay. It says, within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted and lack of it. By looking for the positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you maintain your connection to well-being. So don't focus on the lack of it. Whatever it is that you're looking for, just focus on the having it. There's we're put here on this earth to experience contrast. So you know, up, down, left, right, good, bad. There's always contrast, so there's always opposites. So whatever it is that we're asking for, whatever it is that we've asked help for, that has been heard, like we were saying there before with the Archangel Michael card. It says this situation is already resolved. So what it means is we put it out there, and, you know, God, source, angels, whoever it is you believe in, the universe gets to work, and, you know, that thing is created. Whatever it is you're looking for is there, but it's where you put your focus that makes the difference. It's where you put your focus that changes the timeline. So when you're creating, when you're putting things out there, when you're putting wants and desires and thoughts out there, those things that you're putting out there are created, but how fast you get to physically, tangibly have those things in your sort of day-to-day experience depends on where you're putting your focus. So if you've put it out there and you've said, you know, I need this, I want this, I really would like this, just know that it's already been answered. And then what you have to do is just focus on the gratitude and the love and the positive and the feeling. It's all about the feeling. If you don't have the feeling, you don't have the vibration. So how we feel determines what vibration we give off. And obviously, you know that, like, if you go into a room and something's just happened, you might not have known anything about what's gone on, but you can step into that room and you can have a certain feeling, whether it be good or bad. You know something fantastic's just happened, or you know something awful's just happened, or someone's angry or whatever, because we do give off you know, energy. We have an energy field around us, and we're sensitive to it as humans. We pick up on it, so we are giving off all of the time. We're giving off the energy of how we're feeling. So what we need to do to get in line with what it is that we're asking for is to put ourselves in that feeling. If you can feel it, if you can feel and take yourself out of the longing, and just kind of just have a moment, just a little moment of like, oh my God, when I've got that, whatever it is I'm wanting, and try and feel the feeling that you'll feel when you've got it. But also, you know, don't really focus on the thing. Once you've put it out there, know that it's been answered. You know, you've had your desire created, it's out there, and you just need to get in line with it. And that's a huge part of that, is just about feeling good now where you are. So just being grateful for everything that you have in the moment, and just feeling content and well in the moment. Focusing, putting your focus on the things that make you feel good. If it takes something like putting some music on or whatever, it's just be uplifted and take the action to do that. You know what I mean? You kind of get into the habits of kind of just not being in the moment, and just in your sort of day-to-day routines, and just, you know, following the same patterns that you follow every day and the same routines, and not really taking a step back from it, not really observing what it is that you're doing. If you kind of take a step back and look at your situation as an observer, and then evaluate it and say, God, wow, you know, I'm in a situation where I've achieved this, you know, I've got whatever house I've got or whatever, and wherever it is I'm living, I might have work, I might have something that fulfills us in my day, relationships that fulfill us, I might do something that makes us feel worthwhile, or something that gives us real pleasure. So just kind of take a little mental note of all of those positive things, just as much as you can. So put yourself in that positive place as much as you can. So I think that's all that we've got for today. And like I say, my intention is to try and get one of these videos out every day. But the energy for today is very much about having gone through your choices, chosen your choice, wanting to move forward with it, knowing that it's going to bring you, you know, it's going to fulfill your passions, and it's going to give you the physical, tangible things that you want. And knowing that, you know, it's coming, we've got autumn mentioned, there might be things, you know, positive in the autumn months that are where you're going to be really at the place that you're striving to be. But know that whatever you've put out there, you know, angels, divine source energy, God, whatever you want to call it, has heard. Things are being put in place, and the best thing that you can do is just raise your vibration as much as you can, and be in the grateful, positive place of the now, and enjoy and be happy with how things are right now. So that's all for today anyway. I hope you've enjoyed the reading, and I hope that it resonates. If it does resonate, if there is anything that you've taken from it that makes sense, please do feel free to leave a comment, because your feedback would be gratefully received. Okay, thanks now.